Hi guys, here today we're going to basically change this shower. It's been dripping for about 6 months now. It's not actually dripping this minute, but if I flush the toilet or run a cold tap, the pressure ends up starting to drip. I've had this shower here, which I bought. Have a look down here. The Aqualisa Sierra. Bought it from Screwfix. I've been wanting to change this shower for probably around 6 months and I've just not got around to it. It's been sat on my bedroom floor all this time. Like I said, I've been waiting for my cameraman. I've needed to bribe him today to film the job. So let's get on with this job. First job, going to change the shower. We need to turn the water off. So there's not a combi boiler in this house. So we have different stop taps, you know, different isolation valves, but there'll always be a main stop tap in your house generally. So I'm just going to turn the main stop tap off, which is round here. So if you follow me. So we've got stop tap here. It's a bit dark actually, but I've got a light. But we're going to turn that stop tap. Right, that's off. And let's just make sure everything's off. All right. Going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to turn the shower on. Yeah. I've got the tap on. Yeah, the cold is actually already drained. The hot's taking a little bit longer. The reason being there's a full tank of hot water there. It won't empty the whole tank. Once that pressure of the mains closed, it will stop. We're going to go downstairs and turn the taps off downstairs because they will help. Basically, relying on gravity, will draw, got the cold and hot on, will draw any water down from upstairs. And I thought when we take the shower off, we're not going to get water everywhere. Tap off, all the taps open, no water running now. So look, we've got hot, we've got cold, we've got nothing. So we feel confident. We feel confident when we take this shower off now. We're not going to have water shooting everywhere. You know, we can tell. Look, we've got this on. You can do the temperature. There's no water, so we're happy. We can get on with the job. First little job, I've already got myself a little Allen key and I've checked and it fits. There's 2 little grub screws. That's going to be my first job, just to remove. Firstly, little grub screw here. So we can take that off. Take that, and that should gonna pull off in a minute. Oh, this one actually I slightly loosened it before. To be honest, let's get this out of the way. Let's just get the hose out of the way. Undo the hose. A bit of water on my head. Right, let's get the hose out of the way. We're gonna have a new hose as well. Out on the floor. There's a little grub screw, which the Allen key is required for, just under there. So I've slightly, by undoing that, it enabled this to pull out. So this was held in by this little grub screw. So now it can pull out. If I've undone this grub screw here enough, this should pull off the top and it has. Ouch. Ouch. And just be careful, because I know I've just cut my fingers somehow. I don't know what I've done it on. Oh, maybe I haven't. It really felt like I somehow caught on a bit of sharp metal which is good because with no blood. So right, I felt like I did catch my finger, but it's obviously a little nick, and we've got away with it. So just be careful. Some of these fittings can have a few sharp edges. Just on the top there. So as you can see, this is now removed. Okay, just go back a little bit further, just so as you can see it. So we've got rid of this. That's the floor. This will take off in a minute. It's literally just held on by a screw, and there'll be a raw plug behind it. So we'll do that in a second. This, I need a spanner. I just need a spanner for this nut and this nut. And when them two nuts are undone, there'll be compression. They'll have two little olives in there, I would expect. This whole unit will just pull away. This is the little bracket there, so we've just got one screw in there. So let's take this off first. Let's get this off. So my son's just kindly passed me a spanner. What a good lad, and he's learning quick. Right. So can actually just bring the camera over here because this shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah, quite not even really that tight. So, but I don't want it dropping off onto the bath, so we're going to just carry on undoing anti-clockwise. So always anti-clockwise when you're looking at the thread and looking at the nut to loosen off. As they always say the loosey left and righty tight. So we can round to the left, holding on to this so it doesn't just drop onto your bath and crack it. So we've got one side off. You can see we're just doing it with our hand now, and we can take the other off. I've got a couple of little filters in there, you can see. Actually, sorry, I'm slightly wrong now. I'm talking a little bit incorrect. That was just basically held on there with these washers. Right, guys. So we've removed the shower. What you'll find with most showers, the centre of here to the centre of there is 150mm, and nearly every shower that you buy is 150mm, or it's adjustable, so it will be made to fit. So don't panic when you're looking in the plumbers merchants which one to buy. They generally are always 150, so you're not going to be having to drill new holes for your pipe work, etc, etc. So it's reasonably straightforward. On this occasion, so we've took the shower away like we've just done. So then these covers are gonna just unscrew off. So we've unscrewed these. I'm going to put them inside. What we have here is a little bit of a mess. As you can see, we have these little wall brackets that sit and should be screwed to the wall, and then this is the compression fitting. I'm sorry. Previously I said the shower was a compression fitting. That fitted onto here with 2 rubber washers. This fitting here fits onto this plate with an olive, which I'll show you in a minute on the new ones. Normally, you'd want to change these for new. I'm a little bit worried, but with all this silicone absolutely caked, I can't even see the screw heads. I'm worried that maybe the tile is damaged behind it, and I do not want this to turn into a big job. So I can leave these on. I will show you the new ones so you know what I mean. Right guys, so this is what is already on the wall in the bathroom, and obviously with the new shower they provide you with new ones, and ideally you would fit the new ones. So I'm going to just quickly show you what it is. So this is what it would look like if it wasn't covered in silicone, you know, in my current bathroom. Right, so this is the little wall plate. This would slide over your copper pipe coming through this little hole. Then you would have some screws, you know, 1 or 2 or 4 or whatever, or as they have done, just covered all the back with silicone and everything. So that would be onto the tile with the copper pipe coming out. Reading the instructions, the copper pipe needs to be between 26 and 28 mil protruding from the tile. So from the tile, that's what you would cut it. If you was using these, that's what you'd need them to be. At the minute, they're actually longer than that. But I'm going to leave the original brackets on. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay leaving. If I was using the new ones, like I say, this would be screwed onto the wall with some suitable raw plugs onto the tile, and then this with an olive. It's a compression fitting, so the olive into there, as you can see, this screwed and as you tighten this, the olive will make a seal. So then that's a watertight seal. The copper pipe is in, you'll see it inside there. Then the shower will screw onto there with its rubber washer and its little filter thing as well. So that is what's on the wall currently. I'm going to leave the existing one on. Another thing, which is a bit of a nuisance, but it's my shower, because if I was fitting the new ones, I would have this to screw on, and it would completely cover that bracket, lovely, and I would have nice chrome covers. The brackets on the wall there, this is not quite big enough to cover them. So what I'm going to do is reuse these covers. I'm going to just give them a little polish up. They're slightly bigger, they cover the bracket. So that's the plan. Right, before we fit this now, we've decided on leaving the existing brackets on and the existing compression fitting, which we've said it just looks like potentially it could turn into a biggish job. If the tile's cracked behind it, maybe that's why it's been silicone, I don't know. So we've got this to fit. It comes with 2 little washer filters, little gauges, that they're going to go into there as well. But before I fit this onto the wall, I am going to just turn the water on just for a split second and just get any debris out of that pipe where I can actually see some bits in the pipe where you don't want any debris going into this shower. It'll void the warranty, potentially could damage it. So just a little quick second, let the water fly into the bath. That's when you're going to go into the bath. So really quickly. So really quickly, I'm going to just turn the water on. We can hear it come out. Let's actually have a quick look. Not come out yet. Have another quick look. I'm going to turn this one off. Yeah, there we go, that'll do. Turn the water off again. I can leave that open. For it to drain downstairs. So what we're going to do is fit this now. Let's open these little washers. I'm going to pop these one in each side. There's actually already a washer inside. I'm going to leave them in, they came with it, so I'm not going to take them out. So it's almost got two washers in. But put my chains back on, get in the bath. Got my adjustable spanner. So I'm going to jump back in the bath. Make sure you put it the correct way. Got the hot on the left. So hot goes on there. We've got a little red dot. I'm going to screw them onto there. And like I say, generally these fittings here are all quite similar. They're going to be the same size. So I knew that these are going to fit. Well, fingers crossed, I hope they are. So let's, actually, before we do that, I didn't forget, I'm going to clean these up after. We can clean them while on. These need to be screwed back on. So I'm going to give them a little, I'm going to just put this down for a second. So let's just screw that on. I mean, it's not that old, this shower, you see. If it was a really old shower, then, you know, and these were all corroded, I'd be more inclined to risk it and replace everything. But I mean, they're look pretty good, and I can give them a good clean up after. So they're on there. Get this, make sure still got the washers, filters in. So I'm gonna go righty-tighty. Just pick the thread up. Feel it getting onto the thread now. Yeah, so fitting nicely. So as you can see, that bracket that we could have changed, don't get me wrong, it is actually all concealed. So for the sake of the risk, you know, is it worth it? I mean, I feel not on this occasion. Other occasions, maybe you want to go for it, just replace it all. So you don't need to over tighten these. They've got a rubber washer in. You only need to sort of compress a little bit. Plus, if you haven't tightened them enough, all that's going to happen is that they're just going to drip, aren't they? They're just going to drip underneath, and then it can be slightly tightened again afterwards. So you don't need to over tighten them. You can always come back and tighten them a bit more. So I'm going to nip them a little bit more, just when there's a bit of restriction. Plus, you start really trying to over tighten them, you're going to put pressure on them little brackets, and we don't know how well them brackets are secure, especially with seeing all that silicone on. So I've got to be a little bit careful. So I think that, for the minute, is adequate. So next job, we're going to remove this. So I'm going to ask my son to go and get me a Phillips screwdriver from a toolbox. Big long Phillips screwdriver. I know there's a big long one in there with a sort of red handle. Yeah, is that the Phillips with the little cross on it? Yeah, perfect. So that's great. So he's done a good job. We have actually just had a major domestic in between filming this, but we've made up now. You know what it's like doing DIY. It gets stressful. I don't know why. Especially when it's tea time. It's 5:45. We haven't made tea yet. So we've overcome that and we're best buddies again, and he's really helping me. So let's whip this off. One thing that I did do prior to buying this new shower is that and this is quite important, you know, you don't have to do this, I bought one that has an adjustable riser. So the fitting here, I'm 99.9% certain that I can fit the new one on that same raw plug. So we're not going to have any unsightly holes. We can go to this. Not all of them are adjustable. So you might end up with this, the new one of this here or there, and then all of a sudden you've got a hole. So if all goes to plan, I'm going to be putting the new one just a little bit closer, Tobes. That's it. That's better. Yeah, that's better, mate. The new one will be going into there. Right, let's grab the new one. Can you grab that? It's in that little plastic bag. The little plastic, no, right in front of you, in front of your foot. Yeah. So, let's have a little look what we've got here. It's not a tatty one in his hand, by the way. Right, so what we've got here, and it's got a grub screw in there, so we just need to loosen that off. Okay, but comes with an Allen key as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the Allen key out. What we're going to do, we're going to get the Allen key out. And just have a look, sorry, yeah, no. We can just undo the grub screw a little bit, because when right, can you see we're just undoing the grub screw, so when we fit the thing, that's all clear. We don't want to lose them grub screws, but there. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put a screw through there, and we can reuse the one that we have. We don't have to go to the van and get another. It's only quite small, but let's see. Right, Tobias, a little bit closer. Let's have a little look. So, I'm going to just pop him in there. Hopefully yeah, it's a pretty decent raw plug. Right, so I'm going to just. So there's a little bit of, you know, left and right there as well. Just a bit of adjustment if need be. I'm not going to fully tighten it, just in case we need to. I mean, in theory, you could run it level up here, but we'll just dip it up and see. So I'm going to turn it that way. So yeah, we have this screwed on the wall. We've got a little grub screw on that side, a little grub screw on that side. I don't think it matters whether we have it on the top or the bottom. If we go down, the shower's on, it feels nice and solid. If we go down here, we can actually see where we've flushed the water out, and you can actually see loads of flux and bits of debris. So yeah, it definitely needed a little flush out of the water there. final leg of the job now. As you can see, we've just gone through this. We've got the shower on, got the little bracket on. So we've got this that came with it, and like I said, that this little section here, this little section goes into here, and that's why when I researched my shower that I wanted to buy, I was really conscious of this being slightly adjustable. I'm pretty sure it is adjustable. Yeah, so there's you see, so we can move that. So what we're going to do, come over here, Tobias. Right, we need this in there. Once that's in there, then we can tighten the 2 grub screws up. And then this bottom bit needs to be, well, initially we need to take this little plastic bit off. So take that off, yeah. So that's off. Right, we're going to put him. So, can you just, got to make it fit, we need that on there. We need to get this, which I really hope is going to fit. No, I'm worried that it's not. Going back to this, I've got an adjustable. So this is at its lowest now, and obviously going up, great. But going on here, it's only just going to fit. And I mean, we're talking super close. It's going to be hard to get it in there and on there. So what I'm going to do, and I'm really hoping that it works out, as it will save me drilling another hole. Can you pass me the screwdriver, Tobias? Please? Just behind you. We're all getting a bit hungry and a bit ratty now.
Sure.
Right, we're going to just move that. We've got a couple of mil where we can move that up slightly. So let's move this up. And hopefully that is just enough. So we've got it at its maximum height now. Tighten it up. And let's just pray it's going to fit. Otherwise, what we're going to have to do, this is going to have to go. It can go anywhere higher because it's adjustable. So it could go here. We possibly could drill a hole that's hidden by this. It only needs to go up maybe an inch. So it's not the end of the world. But it saves getting the drill out now. So let's see if we can do it. This needs to go. Down to its lowest position. Into, oh, is it going to fit? It is so tight. So we need to actually start screwing it down to try and get it a little bit lower so it'll hopefully just go. So what we're going to do with it. Nope. I'm afraid, guys, I have done a boo-boo. Look. I've done a boo-boo. It can go anywhere above that, but its lowest position is just 10 mil too high, which is an absolute nuisance. because I'm going to have to go and get my drill out and drill a little hole. But let's just get it done. Right guys, as you can see, I'm going to have to go and get the drill. I've got a tile drill bit in the van, I know, so not a problem. Once I've got my drill here, I've got an extension, it's only a couple of minutes. It's just a bit of a nuisance and we're really hungry, so we're actually going to have a quick break now. We can actually put the water back on so we can make our tea and have a cup of tea, and then after tea, when we've chilled out a little bit, we can finish this shower. Not too much to do, it's just a drill a hole, put a raw plug in, raise that little bracket at the top by a little bit, so then we can put the top section of the shower in and tighten it all up. Then all we've got to do is connect the hose and we're done. So see you in a minute. Sorry. Guys, we are back after our tea, raring to go, as you can see. Not, but we're going to get the shower done, whatever. So let's do this. We've got our drill and everything that I've picked up from the van. So, quickly remove this. I've just double checked as well again. It literally has to be moved up an inch. I've got to move it up, but obviously make sure this existing hole is still covered by this bracket. So, quickly remove this bracket. Right, so that is that. So, this over here. Right, we picked the drill up. I had a tile drill bit. As you can see, there's different types of tile drill bits, but if you go to a DIY store, you know, plumbers, merchants, anywhere, and just ask for a tile drill bit, they will give you one. I've used this already, so I'm hoping it's not too blunt and it will go through the tile. Let's see. So we don't put it on a hammer. Again, you don't want to go and crack the tile. It's just spinning the drill. So I've not measured it. I'm just going to take it slightly above that hole, and then we'll be definitely in business. Right, let's do this. Getting quite hot, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of water on the drill bit. Not gonna hurt, just keep it cool. I probably could have done with a brand new one of these, but hopefully we've only got to do one hole, so let's hopefully we can get through. Put more water, pull that down. Yeah, guys, to be honest, these tiles are quite tough. They're quite tough, so. My son's ears, really. Health and safety. Do you want to go back a little bit further so you wait for the noise, guys? A little bit further back, fine. So, guys, we are running out of battery on the GoPro. Guys, a hole is drilled. It was a 6mm drill bit, so we've got a red plug. So I'm going to pop the plug in there. Again, when you're doing that drilling, just make sure you haven't got any pipes behind. Be very careful with the drilling. And be careful when I knock the plug in now, not to crack the tile or anything. To be honest, let me just clear through a little bit more. Yeah, that should be. I was just quite cautious with how far I drill through. That gets the plug in. Give it a little tap. Yeah, so we've got the plug in. We can now put this on, raise it up that little bit high. It's going to cover. Just keep tapping the screen if need be. So I'm going to put so we tightened him up. Yeah, yes. Will you now just pass me the main shower Tobias, which is in the box? The main solid shower, not that one, the main. No, the big. Yeah. Quick, because we are running out of battery.
15%.
Right, make sure you got your little rubber washer in there. Yeah, so now, hopefully, I'm going to tie him in there. So he gets tightened up at the bottom. We're going to nip him after with a spanner. Be careful not to scratch the chrome. But now we can slide him. I think we're just going to have to take the grub screws out a little bit more just to. He just doesn't want quite go in. I mean, you could completely remove the grub screws. Oh, there we go. See how it popped in? Right. Yeah, all looks nice and straight. I'm gonna have him that way. So now, Tobias, you're focusing up here. Quickly nip both of these grub screws up. Both sides, whilst pushing this so it's firmly into the bracket. Grub screws nicely nipped up. I'm going to nip these up a bit more in a minute because we just need to finish the video. Tighten this little bracket up there so he's all nice and straight. We've got him there where we're going to put the hose. Right, quickly go and get the hose, Tobias.
The hose.
Hose first, yeah, that's the one. Right. So the hose, got rubber washer in each side, make sure they've not fallen out. That big side is going to go in there. It's going to have the head on. This side is for under here. So quickly take that plastic cap off, screw him on there. Yeah, screw him there. Right, we've got this little thing here, perfect. So we're going to feed him through there. You know the dance. We can worry about all this after, but we'll just go and grab the head. Shower head.
Yes.
Yeah, the nice big shower. No, the other head first. That other head. Quick, because we've only got 10%. So, watching. We're going to quickly.
10%, guys.
go on, we're going to get this done and then I'm going to have a shower after this actually. Looking forward to it. So not too close to us, a little bit further back so we can see what. Right, then he can go in there. That will tighten it up on the left hand side. So wherever you want him to go, you can play about with this. Obviously it's a little bit twisted, but that can be sorted after that untwisting. So final job is to put the head on here. So quickly, grab the head for me.
I'm going to take the...
Yeah, Tobias has took the little plastic cap off.
And then
there is a little nice little washer inside with a little filter.
Plastic.
There is actually some plastic on here. To undo this, you got me?
Yeah.
Undo that slightly just to get... Well, I don't know if I have to do that. Get this plastic off, yeah. Get this plastic off. Back on. Yeah, see this? So just have to unscrew him a little bit just to get the plastic off. Yeah, tighten him back up. We've got the washer inside. We quickly tighten him on to the thread. And then, right, final job to do, boys, is just, this is a little bit low. You can adjust this, which is perfect. Up to decent height, tighten that up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I can't say I enjoyed doing this that much. Just picked a wrong evening really after a bit of a stressful day. But we got there in the end. Shower's up and I'm about to have a shower, to be fair. Let's try it out. Oh, nice and powerful. Looking good. Just going to adjust that head as well. Bring him down a little bit. Yeah, happy with that. There we go.